So, your lean pocket padding machine. Let's talk about having success with minimal tech online. No fancy funnels, websites, automations, this crazy rat's nest of a business, right? This is where my business absolutely blew up when I started getting super lean and simple, right? Don't overcomplicate this entire process. And more often than not, what I've realized over the last couple years is the more tech you add, the more complicated it gets. And you do not need 99% of it to actually get started. Over the last few years, I've become known as the tech guy, right? I'm actually very good at tech. I actually somewhat enjoy playing around inside software, but that's because I spent the vast majority of my first 18 months online playing around inside of tech, changing funnels, changing websites, building out all this shit that never made me money. So it's really ironic that the things that really exploded my business was minimizing the tech processes that I'm using. We've done over 100K cash collected in 90 days through free traffic through Facebook groups in a Google document. Super simple, basic process, and this is 100% where I would recommend starting. And the reason for that is if you can get good at this process that I'm breaking down and teaching you guys right now, utilizing any type of automation is only going to set your business on fire in the future. So let's break down the pillars to your business, right? We got your content, short form videos, Facebook, TikTok, long form content written in video, Facebook profile and group, your assets, the ability to start building your email list, right? This is probably the only piece of tech that I will advise anybody to use when they're first starting out is the ability to build their own email list, right? And you can do this with a Facebook group. Also, another big benefit to having a Facebook group of your own, you can build an email list of your own, and then you can start building that omnipresence in your business, and that's literally it. Mind you, you can find free email marketing tools, right? There's 100% free email marketing tools. Keep shit basic and simple to start, right? This is the biggest mistake I made early on in my business, right? I was constantly seeking software and systems and plug and play bullshit versus actually trying to learn skills. Once I put in my energy to learning skills, it allowed me to explode my business. And I would highly encourage anybody who's looking to start to do the same, right? It doesn't matter what software you're using. If you're using software, none of that shit matters. What matters is what's on it. The words, the content, the written, right? That's what matters. And I'm really hammering this point because I see so many people getting stuck in this phase of their business. They'll spend 6-7 months building out a funnel, figuring out what automation to use, and like none of that shit matters, right? Eliminate it. Stop using it. Keep it lean and linear, right? So assets. You got your ability to start building your email list, right? You can do that from directing people into your Facebook group, your free Facebook group. You can build your email list from your Facebook group, right? Sales process, Messenger, and Google Documents. That's the beauty of building your brand right here on Facebook. You have the ability directly to connect with people in Messenger when they consume your content, and you can sell them products. And note, I'm not saying to go spam people's inbox and tell them you have this coolest opportunity since sliced bread. Prioritize building relationships over revenue. As I'll say over and over again, this is a long-term play. You are building a brand online. You're building a business. It's going to take time. And the biggest thing that I would advise anybody, focus on building genuine connections with people through your content, through Messenger, and sales will start to flow through the door. Right? And this is by far one of my favorite aspects of building your brand on Facebook is the fact that you have the ability to control the sales. That's why I totally went away from blogging and doing YouTube, because when I moved my business onto Facebook, I could post content and I can control the sale. Meaning if I want to connect with somebody, I want to see if they want to buy something, they're a good fit for my offer, I have the ability to do that, and I'm not just sitting on my hands waiting for my business to blow up. You can be very proactive, meaning if you want to go out and you want to make money, you have the ability to do that. It's in your control. So as I briefly touched on a couple minutes ago, the major benefit of keeping your automations minimal and virtually zero tech to start. Like I'm not even kidding you. If you're doing under 6 figures online, I would highly encourage everybody to minimize any automations, any tech, right? And a thing, I'm so big on this because, right, everybody wants to worry about automating their business. Like from day one, they want this passive income business. They want to automate everything. Like, what are you automating? You don't have a business yet. Don't know how to automate anything because you don't know how any of it works, right? Right? The biggest thing, you can learn skills over systems. So if you can learn how to write compelling content, if you can learn how to write, focus on copywriting, you can learn one-to-one sales, right? It's going to make your business explode when you start utilizing automations or funnels or systems because you know how it works, right? You're not just putting your energy into these automations and stuff that you don't understand yet, right? And that's not, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Like I didn't understand them when I was first starting, right? This is something I wish somebody would have told me early on, right? I got stuck looking for these systems and plug and play and done for you shit, and it usually doesn't work. That's just my personal experience, right? And this is another thing. You'll see people having success over and over again with different things and with different programs and different products. And that's the only reason that's possible is because they have the skills. They've took the time to learn the skills, marketing, sales, copywriting. It's the only reason that they're able to go from one product to the next product and to actually continuously have success in this online world because they understand it, right? It's not the automation they have. It's not the sales funnel builder they're using or a piece of software. It's the skills they've acquired. And one of the biggest things to remember is like the skills you acquire online, you have forever, right? People look at me crazy when I tell them I've invested over $40,000 into online coaching, mentorship, courses. But on the other side of that coin, I have knowledge that I have forever, right? I can literally create content and produce cash on demand whenever I want. And I have those skills for the rest of my life, right? Whether I'm selling digital courses, I'm selling something else, I'm selling myself, I'm trying to buy a piece of real estate, it doesn't matter. I've acquired skills that I've invested to learn, and they're never going away, which is why I'm always going to be an advocate to seek skills and not systems. It can and will change everything about your life if you dedicate the next 6 months to learning some high income skills. Not to mention, if you do learn them, you can use them to sell your own products. You can sell them as a service. You can freelance. There's so many different ways that you can monetize learning high income skills. So let's do a bird's eye view of what this actually looks like in your business on a daily basis, right? And mind you, you can do this while working a full-time job, right? My first 2 years online, I was working a full-time job, right? I built a 6-figure business while working a full-time job, right? You definitely can do this. So flow, right? Posting short form videos, as many as you can. I would post 3 to 5 videos daily, right? And the biggest thing I want to talk about is do not worry about going viral, right? Prioritize building genuine connections and sharing your story and things you're actively doing in your life and your business, right? Don't worry about going viral. I will have a video at the day 7 talking about the engagement trap, right? It's far more beneficial to have 100 people consume your video and be highly interested in you and having a connection than having 1 million people who don't care, right? You don't need to go viral to make a lot of money, right? We did an $11,000 day out of a Facebook group of 43 people, right? I'm all about the quality over quantity approach. That's my entire mantra, and I would highly encourage everybody to do the same, because it really will allow you to build a big business and make a lot of money with a tiny audience, right? One of our private clients, Thaddeus, ditched his TikTok following of 120,000 people, started over, and he's made more money with a tiny audience of like 2,000 people on it, his followers, right? You don't need to worry about going viral. Prioritize relationships over virality, right? Next, posting long form content, right? This is going to be a hard one when you're first starting. And I know this, right? Long form content can be a challenge. Written in video, cycle between different things, lifestyle, educational content, right? If you've made it this far into these days, surprisingly, a lot of people have probably not even watched this much. You have more knowledge than the most, right? If you could take the knowledge that I'm giving you and the things that I'm talking about, you could literally go utilize that and create your own content. If you looked at some of the content that I post daily in my group, you could take that and you could go spin it into your own pieces of content, written and video, right? Next is going to be follow-up, right? This is going to be a big one. Targeted outreach, following up with the people who are consuming your content and having a chat, right? Notice, I'm not saying to go spam people's inbox and say, hey, I have this opportunity for you. Do you want to buy it? Right? We're talking about building real relationships with people. Everybody on the other side of that keyboard, on the other side of the phone is a human being, right? Build an actual connection with somebody. Have an actual conversation. It doesn't have to be, hey, do you want to buy my shit? It could just be, hey, I hope you're having a great day, right? Those will turn into sales over time, right? That's one of the biggest things most people miss on Facebook. They want to sell $5,000 offers the first time they talk to somebody. It doesn't happen very often. This is a long-term game, as I've mentioned probably 15 times, right? Presenting offers, right? Believe it or not, this is going to be a big one. You have to sell stuff. You have to present an offer. And you don't have to be a sleazy salesman. You don't have to be twisting people's arms. If somebody's a good fit or they're interested in what you're doing, make them an offer. Ask for the sale. Right? It doesn't have to be high pressure, high intensity. You don't have to be a sleazy salesman, right? And most importantly, right, and this is a big one in my industry, if somebody's not a good fit to buy your product, don't sell it to them, right? Have some ethics. Don't get people into programs that are false pretenses, like they're going to make 30K months in 90 days. It's garbage. It's bullshit. It's not going to happen. Right? It can happen for some, but it's not the standard. If people are in tough financial situations, don't sell them products promising that they're going to change their life in the next 15 days. It does not happen, right? Building a business is going to get harder before it gets easier. That's just a reality of it. So, rinse and repeat, right? This is the exact framework that I'm using to close $50,000 to $5,000 sales within a few messages back and forth. I'm not taking sales calls. I'm not spamming people's inboxes, right? When you dial in these pillars to your business, the sales process becomes extremely easy, right? I'm not spamming people's inboxes and I'm not selling them unethically, right? I'm not baiting people to buy my shit. I want to work with people and I want people to buy my products that I can work with long term, right? Not only is this business long term, but I want people that are going to be showing up long term, because then I can actually help them have success. I can help them optimize their business. I can help them learn and get some of the strategies that I've paid $40,000 for, right? Real relationships to the content being created and the conversations had, right? If you do this consistently for the next 6 months, your entire life will change. And I will say that again, if you do this consistently for the next 6 months, you will have a life-changing business or a brand. It's a reality of it. And I'm not saying you have to make this drastic change in your life. You showed up a little bit every single day for the next 6 months, you would be in the top 1% of people online. Most people are just giving up or quitting in the next 15 days because they didn't make their first 10K, right? Build a long-term business. So, if you haven't picked up by yet, I'm not about the quick cash grab, hyped up bullshit, selling you on some pipe dream. It gets people stuck. That's what got me stuck for a long time, right? I bought into everything under the sun, thinking I was going to make money extremely quick. And when it didn't happen, I felt like it didn't work, right? This is one of the biggest pivots I made in my business. So, homework for today, right? I'm trying to give you guys some actionable steps to apply each day, keep you guys engaged, right? Drop an accountability post right here inside the group. right? Or on your Facebook profile. Talk about that you're going to start building a brand online, right? This is going to be intimidating for some because some people don't want their friends and family to know what they're doing. And there's going to be people that judge you. There's going to be people that don't understand what you're doing, and that's fine, right? The only person that needs to understand your vision is you. You want to have a different life. You want to pursue greater things, and you want to do something that the masses aren't doing. You got to start doing what they're not doing, right? You want a lifestyle that not everybody is, that if you want to live a lifestyle that not everybody has, you have to be willing to do what they aren't willing to do. So set a goal, right? Most importantly, right? Set a actual goal, an accountability goal. Make it public to yourself that you are going to do something for the next 6 months, right? With any training at all, right? Whether it's paid, whether it's this free training right here, they are useless unless you apply something. You have to apply. It's the biggest thing. You have to apply. And I only mention that because I see so many people getting stuck where they will ask for more and more and more trainings and they never do anything, right? If that's one piece of advice I could give, would just be just start moving, apply, post some content, make an accountability post in the group, right? Talk about how you're going to post content daily for the next 30 days, right? It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be the masterpiece of content, right? It's probably going to suck just like my content did when I first started, and that's okay. It gets better. It gets easier, right? And that's all I got for you today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come back. We'll be breaking down some more strategies, and you have a killer day.